I asked her, what did she want me to say? She said, I want you to say as little as possible because I have a film that's going to say everything that needs to be said to introduce me. So, here is the film to introduce Miss Nicole Brooke.
This next speaker is an absolute powerhouse with so much light to offer this world. She is a Las Vegas local who graduated valedictorian from Bonanza High School and was known early on for her intelligence, creativity, and leadership. She's a passionate and talented writer who served as editor-in-chief of her high school's newspaper and even wrote for the Las Vegas Review-Journal as a teen. She won a full-ride scholarship to Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where she earned a bachelor's degree in psychology and Spanish, along with a master's degree in elementary education. After studying abroad twice in Spain, she decided to follow her heart, leave the United States, and move her entire life to a foreign country by herself. She spent 13 years there, where she taught at prestigious American schools and worked with the children of influential figures, including diplomats, Spanish royalty, and soccer superstars like Cristiano Ronaldo. Instantly, she fell in love with Latin dancing, trained alongside some of the top-performing artists in the world, became fluent in Spanish, and began crafting her bold and unforgettable legacy. After the death of her mother in 2020, she left the classroom and dedicated her life to dancing, healing, and self-development, turning her pain into purpose. In 2021, she graduated from the Jay Shetty Life and Success Coaching School and combined her academic background with dance to create her women's empowerment movement, Find Your Sexy. For the past 5 years, she has been helping women become more confident, empowered, and liberated on and off the dance floor. At the same time, she has continued to grow as a performance artist featured on international stages, TV shows, music videos, and talk shows. In 2022, she had a profound Christ awakening and began dedicating her life to solving the world's biggest mysteries by examining Christianity, Mary Magdalene, and Jesus' life and cosmic history. That passionate journey led her to create her own Magdalene Mystery School and podcast, Sexy Sunday School, where she now preaches and teaches others to reclaim their personal power through courses like Twerk Away Your Trauma, 7-Day Mirror Work Challenge, How to Manifest Miracles, and the Evolution of the Sexy Industry. She has also authored 3 ebooks, How to Find Your Sexy, The Greatest Story Ever Told, and Becoming Mary Magdalene, plus 2 study guides about spiritual warfare and the divine feminine. Right in time for her 35th birthday this April 30th, she is releasing The Messiah magazine, a publication her soul has been dying to birth, that exposes the deep state, reveals sacred information, and challenges people to think differently. This remarkable woman is truly a powerful force to be reckoned with, a revolutionary thought leader, an international influencer, and an important voice inspiring women everywhere to dream bigger, heal deeper, and boldly become who they were born to be. Please let us stand to our feet and welcome the one and only Miss Nicole Brooke.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you, Dr. Lance, for inviting me over here. Can we give a round of applause to all of you, to Dr. Lance, to this beautiful Dragon Gate. This is such a beautiful, beautiful place. I appreciate you guys trusting me with your time, your energy, your money, because God knows how expensive gas is right now. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thank you. So I normally get on stage and I'm dancing, but we're going to start a little bit differently today. I created a little song. Can I just sing a little bit for you? You ready? Next one. Jesus, can't you see I'm calling? A beast like that should wear a warning. He's dangerous and I'm falling. How many of you have fallen for a trap of the devil at some point in their life? Whether that be shame, anxiety, depression, lying, slander, gossip. Raise your hand. It's okay. Raise your hand. Have you fallen for the trap? Now look around and point to that person and say, congratulations, you're human. And then point that finger back at yourself and say, just like me. See, we're all human. And the one thing that ties us all together beyond the color of our skin, beyond the country from which we were born, beyond the language that we speak, is our shared humanity. And right now, I don't know if you notice, but it's looking pretty prophetic out there. We got Trump posing as Jesus. We got your own Mary Magdalene up on stage. And times are a little bit difficult right now. Raise your hand if you've been experiencing some very turbulent energy recently. Yeah, it's been crazy. And these are the times of the Christ. Welcome to the second coming of Christ, when the devil's energy is going to be out there, but then God's energy is also going to be there. So the question is, are you going to sink or are you going to swim? Well, today I'm going to teach you how to outwit the devil by becoming your own Messiah. So there's something you need to know about me. I have an enormous Messiah complex. I have known since I was 6 years old that I was meant to save the United States of America. I was going to save the world. My spirit team came in when I was 6 and they're like, hey, Nicole, you're going to be an important person in this world. And I was like, oh, really? How famous am I going to be? They're like, yes, you're going to be famous, but you're going to do something good for this world. You're going to help people evolve. And what is evolution but becoming a new version of yourself? And so I'm going to help you think about things differently today around a certain topic. But can we just take a look at that magazine cover right now? Raise your hand if you would want to get the Messiah magazine for free. Raise your hand. Would you want to get that for free? So all you need to do is take a picture of me or a video of me, put it on social media, hype me up at Miss Nicole Brooke, and I'm going to send that to you for free once it's ready, once we're ready to go. But yeah, let's go on. All right, so if we are evolving, if we need to change how we are right now, guys, you got to take off that backpack. You got a 50-pound backpack of your past on your back right now, full of old emotions, grief, I don't know. What do you guys think? I want you to take off your backpack, literally, take it off. Take off your backpack right now. Thank you for those who are playing along right now. Put it in front of you, unzip it, and take a look inside. What do you got? What's in there? Anyone brave enough to tell me something that's in their baggage?
Fear.
Oh, there we go. That's exactly the answer that I was looking for. Fear. We all have fear. So I want you to turn to your partner and say, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear? I did this recently with my Instagram following as I was reading Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, edited by Sharon Lecter. And I was like, what are you guys scared of the most? And you know what they said? Loss of love. In other words, death, but not of themselves, but of losing their partner to death. And so what if today I could help placate your fear of not only losing your loved one, but also dealing with all the feelings that come along with it? Raise your hand if you have lost someone recently. I have. 2 weeks ago. And in 3 days, I'm going to be on a plane to go to Maryland for the first funeral that I've been to in God knows how long. It's to Melissa, who I am dedicating this speech to today. Instead of being in bed wallowing in my tears, I am here today sharing a message that I believe can touch every single heart. And if it doesn't touch your heart, it will in the future, because we're all going to have to deal with this. And I think what is even more scary than the actual death is the grief behind it. So what is grief? Grief are all of the feelings that come along with losing our friends. Woe, pain, anger, sorrow, distress, despair, depression, desperation, heartbreak. Because what is grief but... Can you hold this for me while I speak?
Okay.
Come here. Okay, so imagine your mother, right? So you're this energy bubble right here, and your mom's is right here. And when you merge together, it creates a heart. But when that person then leaves, you then have this wide gaping hole of just black energy, of nothingness, and you need to figure out what goes in there. Thank you so much. For people, for example, who are dating someone and they're suddenly not having their person there, it's like, okay, how do I fill that hole? And this is where codependency comes from. And so what do we do with that gaping hole? Well, what if I could help placate your fear of feeling the grief by changing the way that you relate to death? This is my mom. In July, she passed away about 6 years ago. And I'm going to do this by proving to you that heaven is real. Okay, go for it. All right, 2020, COVID hits. I'm in Barcelona. I was a teacher, so thank goodness I got to stay away from the classroom, had to learn how to virtual classroom. That was interesting. But it gave me time to then realize, like, I'm really not happy being a teacher. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be stuck in a classroom. I don't want the 9 to 5, more like 8 to 6. I'm done. And so that's when I found coaching. I was following my intuition. So I had my coaching endeavors now igniting within me. And then I was really going knee deep into personal development. Raise your hand if you've heard of Mind Valley. Mind Valley is an incredible educational platform. Life Visioning Mastery changed my life. And so I was in this moment of like expanded consciousness. I was not only feeling God, but like I didn't name it God at that point, but I knew that there was something there. The universe was there sending me signs. Birds everywhere. Birds literally flying into my apartment randomly, like on the 3rd floor in Barcelona. Like, where did this come from? Beautiful messages everywhere. I manifested my stimulus check. Remember in COVID when we got that stimulus check? Boom, I got it. It was incredible. But what I didn't realize is that it was preparing me for my mother's death. Because in January 2020, my mom had a fall. Her blood sugar spiked to 1,000 and she went into psychosis. It was just downhill from there. And I had this interesting dichotomy of like extreme positivity because I was getting ready for extreme negativity. And so in July, I don't remember, beginning of July, I realized I had to buy a one-way ticket to Las Vegas. And I so beautifully lived right next to the Sagrada Familia. And I'm like, this is my last night here. I am going up to the rooftop with the cute tattoo artist who just gave me a tattoo, and we're gonna go up there and I'm going to celebrate the end of an era. And so I saw this cloud right here and I was like, wow, it looks like me right now. It looks like something beautiful. And then I watched it turn into something. No, go back. Press this button. Can you do that video right there? Let's see if you can see it.
I'm un pájaro. That's a bird.
Look at that.
It's a freaking bird.
Do you see that? That's not just me, right? You see that? Yeah, keep that image in mind. And so I was like, okay, all right, I get it. You got me. Let's do it. Took a red-eye flight, praying that my mom wouldn't die while I was on the plane. And I made it, and I was there with her. And so it was on her deathbed, and I was like, Mom, what sign are you going to send me to tell me that you are on the other side? And she's like, no, Nicole, don't say that. And I'm like, Mom, come on. What are you going to send me? And she was like, fine. I'll send you an angel. Angels. She always loved angels. She didn't know anything about Jesus, Mary, God, nothing, but angels were her thing. And I'm like, okay, fine. And so I'm sitting in her deathbed looking out the window at all the clouds. And I'm like, all right, just turn into an angel. Just one of them, turn into an angel. But it didn't happen. And so I was like, all right, fine. But then a couple days later, I was packing up my entire childhood house, and into my lap fell something from my childhood. My keychain of an angel in a cloud. Damn. Not only that, but it looks so much like the bird. Ooh, does anyone have goosebumps yet? And not only that, But look what it said on the next side. Turn it over. Dun, dun, dun. See, I'm sending you an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way. Mic drop. Damn. And so I was like, okay, she's there. She's there. She's okay. And then my mom sent me some other angels in the form of psychic mediums in Gran Canaria when I was there, and then she also sent me one in Barcelona. And I want you to hear a little bit of our conversation. This is between me, Mish, and my mother, so that you can kind of get an idea of another way that you can think of death. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, everything that you do, she's proud of. You've made it miles further than she ever made it, and she's just really happy to be on the journey with you, even in this form. Because even, she just wants to mention, like, she couldn't have been on this journey with you in the physical world. Yes, she understands that the physical world feels better, but
not all the time, not the way that she was.
Yeah, in this form, she's able to be there, literally be at every single show and be at every single appearance and be with you through the experiences. So although it might be painful to not like hug her and hold her and have the physical body, she wouldn't want to have it any other way. This is exactly how she's happy that it's unfolding.
I'm happy as well. And Mom, I'm proud of you for all of your development on the other side, because I remember when you first went, like, you were still overridden with grief and with anger about yourself, feeling bad for me. So I'm really happy that both of us have landed at this spot where we just think of happy memories and we can still get in touch with each other. And I will try to be able to hear you more and not need me all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful how we are evolving so much? Our consciousness is evolving so much that we can really understand that these psychic mediums, they're not full of bleep. They're not full of it. They can actually connect us with our loved ones. And I'm going to show you one last thing. The first time that I met with Mish, the night before, I was getting ready mentally to meet my mother in this meeting, and I had a very vivid dream, and she handed me a letter, and I was like, but I didn't know what the letter said. And so when I was with Mish, I was like, what did the letter say? And she's like, oh. And she was like, I've never done this before, but I'm going to write it out. And so my mom actually trained her to see in her psychic eye the handwriting. And I kid you not, this is her handwriting. Mish wrote this, but this is my mom's handwriting. And if you come see me after my speech, I have a card that my mom wrote me that you can see for yourself. And not only that, but my mom, there was one grammatical error that really ticked me off, and it's your versus your with the apostrophe, and she even spelled it incorrectly. And so these are all, go ahead, these are all just evidence that death is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter in the relationship with your loved one. You have an opportunity to actually get in touch with them because they are a portal of initiation. And you can either sit in your bed and wallow, or you can be brave like I did, and you can walk through that portal and get to know the spiritual realms and get to know your family even more. I got to know my mom more after she died than when she was actually on this planet. And it's absolutely incredible. So they want you to be happy because they're always here with you. They're not leaving you. You just can't see them because our eyes are accustomed to the 3D matrix and they're in 5D. Good, go ahead. There's a quote. It is better to have loved and to have lost than to have never loved at all. And these are some resources that I really clung to when I was first starting this journey. Laura Lynn Jackson is absolutely incredible. Life After Death, which is on Netflix. And then we have Dead, which is cool. Departed, Entering Another Dimension. And the author is sitting right there. Can you wave your hand, Sherilyn? Yes. Beautiful. All right, so we know that death is inevitable, but what about the grief? Well, don't let the grief get the best of you. It's going to come in waves. It's going to come and go. But the devil, what does he want you to do? He wants you to be stuck in bed. He wants you to be wallowing, socially isolated, avoiding love, growing bitter, missed opportunities, holding you back from your dreams. But we don't want to do that. Sometimes we just gotta put on our big girl panties and fight for your life. So here's my framework. When you are going through grief, number one, make sure that you are in a safe space to be able to express yourself. Number two, you need to feel it to heal it. I want you crying. I want her to wipe up all of your tears, man. I want you to feel it. You need to express it. Whether that's through crying or whether that's through poetry, whether that's through writing, whatever it is, you need to get it out. Number three, change of state. When you're in that depressive feeling, I need you to do something. I need you to go take a walk outside. I need you to put on some music. I need you to go do something that is going to give you an uplifting feeling of joy so that you can raise your vibration and then continue on doing what? You're gonna channel it into a passion project. You're gonna do something with it. You're gonna open up something to honor this person who has left you. You're going to make art with it. Do whatever you want, but channel that energy and that grief, because then that can grow into something beyond your wildest imagination. And my story is one of them. And then seek connection. You don't have to do this alone. And healing is best done in person. This right now, what you guys are doing for me right now, holding space, this is healing. Every single one of you showing up for me today, that is healing. And I appreciate you guys. So then, how did I become my own Messiah? I was basically in bed. If you don't feel it and you don't heal it, it's gonna catch up to you. I wasn't able to grieve the death of my mother for 6 months because I moved to Gran Canaria, had a completely different life change, and I was miserable. I was stuck in bed. Joe Dispenza, learning about your mind. Then I hired a nutrition coach. I got a personal trainer. I started finding my sexy. I started getting my life energy back. I moved to Barcelona, and then what happened? I turned my grief into Find Your Sexy. Find Your Sexy was made up of my grief of my mother. Every dance was alchemy, shedding layers and layers of these negative emotions. Every connection with a woman there was healing because I wasn't so alone anymore. Every video that I put out there was a statement of my truth. There's a saying, the wound is where the light comes in. And this is a little poem from my poetry book. Every time I cry, I make a little more room for God's light to come in and make the 3D matrix go boom. Because then my next grief of my Christ awakening, I turned that into Sexy Sunday School. So you can do things with your grief. You don't have to let it swallow you. Grief is a personal process of adjusting to life after loss. You don't have to do it alone. You got me now. So for you guys, I'm gonna give you a spiritual checkup. So originally valued at $275 with the Messiah magazine for $99 for you guys here. So spiritual checkup, get you guys figured out spiritually what you gotta do to continue your healing process. And yeah, I have a lot of my books on my Instagram link. You can find all of these. And yeah, I hope that you guys were able to get something out of this, if not for yourself, for someone else. But grief is something that we're all gonna have to deal with at some point in our life. Don't let it get you down. Remember that heaven is real. I am Miss Nicole Brooke, your modern day Mary Magdalene. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Wonderful.